A fragile ceasefire, a year of uneasy calm, and a shadow war that never truly stopped. As Israel marks 1 year since the Lebanon truce, the IDF says more than 370 Hezbollah and allied operatives have been killed in airstrikes, alongside hundreds of raids deep inside Lebanese territory. And now, fresh accusations claim Hezbollah is rebuilding its war machine south of the Litani. A year after the guns were meant to fall silent, the region still teeters on the edge. Marking 1 year since the ceasefire that halted Hezbollah's attacks on Israel, the IDF says it has killed more than 370 operatives in Lebanon over the past 12 months, most of them members of Hezbollah, with others tied to allied factions including Hamas. Since the truce came into effect on 27 November 2024, the IDF says it has maintained operations in southern Lebanon to prevent Hezbollah from restoring its capabilities. In addition to hundreds of airstrikes, Israeli ground forces have carried out more than 1,200 raids and small-scale operations around the military's 5 strategic posts just across the border. According to Israeli officials, these missions targeted weapons caches, rocket launching sites, surveillance efforts, and other infrastructure the military says Hezbollah had been rebuilding. Troops reportedly located numerous arms, firing positions, and operational facilities during these raids. Southern Lebanon, Hezbollah's political and military stronghold, remains a focal point. Streets lined with banners of Martyrs of the Resistance reflect the deep influence the group holds within the Shia community. The ceasefire ended 13 months of war that killed 4,000 Lebanese and 1 to 20 Israelis. The conflict began when Hezbollah launched rockets at Israeli positions a day after Israel's large-scale response to the Hamas-led attacks of 7 October 2023. Brokered by the United States and France, the truce required Hezbollah to pull fighters and weapons north of the Litani River, about 30 kilometers from the Israeli border, while Israel withdrew from areas it had entered during the war. Thousands of Lebanese soldiers were to deploy in zones previously controlled by Hezbollah. 1 year later, Israel still occupies at least 5 hilltops in southern Lebanon and continues to carry out air and drone strikes on targets across the country it claims are linked to Hezbollah. Just last Sunday, Israel says it killed Hezbollah's chief of staff and 4 others in a strike on Beirut's Dahia district. Despite the ceasefire deal, Israel's bombing has continued almost daily. Civilians describe the relentless strikes as a nightmare that never ends. One resident, Mohammad Mokdad, recalled how a car was hit just as it passed his home. "Who is going to help us?" he asked, sounding exhausted.
There were body parts here and in the trees.
He says he wants no part in the conflict.
We're against all this. I just want to live in peace. I don't want parties. I don't want anyone.
Another resident who was exhausted by the conflict told BBC.
Hezbollah needs to decide. It either responds to Israel or accepts defeat, disarms, and let us move on with our lives. This can't continue.
Public criticism of Hezbollah is still rare in southern Lebanon, but, exhausted, some appear to be questioning the old consensus. Meanwhile, UNIFIL, the UN peacekeeping force operating south of the Litani, says Israel has committed more than 10,000 air and ground violations during the ceasefire. Lebanon's health ministry reports more than 330 people killed in Israeli attacks, including civilians. Israeli officials accuse Hezbollah of rebuilding military capabilities in the south, smuggling weapons and boosting production of explosive drones, though no evidence has been publicly released. UNIFIL says it has not observed such activity. Hezbollah denies the claims and insists the ceasefire terms apply only to areas south of the Litani, where it has not challenged Lebanese army operations. Though the group has not fired on Israel since the truce came into effect, it did launch mortars at an Israeli base in the Mount Dov Sheba Farms area in December, saying it was responding to repeated Israeli violations. Last week, the IDF's Arabic spokesperson warned residents of Beit Lif about dozens of terrorist infrastructures allegedly identified in the area, prompting villagers to call for more Lebanese army deployments. Hezbollah's arsenal continues to divide Lebanese society. Critics say the group drags the country into conflicts that serve Iran's interests. President Joseph Aoun has refused to confront Hezbollah directly, warning that doing so risks igniting sectarian tensions and could plunge Lebanon back into civil war. As he put it earlier this year,
Without caution, we'll lead Lebanon to ruin.